Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2021 general readings. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of October from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the air sign of Gemini, our twins. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to be here and watch this video, any of the videos on my YouTube channel, and for all your likes and shares and subscribes and feedback and donations and reaching out for personal readings. All greatly appreciated and welcome. Thank you. So this is for the air sign of Gemini for the first 2 weeks of October 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Gemini. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Gemini. It's a general reading, of course, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something resonates with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below for contact details. You'll see my email address there, maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So send me a message if you'd like. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of October look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. All right, Gemini. We begin with the Two of Swords, followed by the Page of Cups. Can't speak, can't make a decision, can't decide on what to say. Next we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire. Fast action, opportunities for change. Strength, facing fears, doubts, insecurities. Taking responsibility, forging ahead. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Somebody who may be relevant in the first 2 weeks of October, or it might be your energy, which is air energy. Very astute, clear thinking, practical, looking at the absolute reality and truth of an issue, regardless of what your emotions might be. With the Ten of Cups, the Happy Home card, white picket fence, marriage, childbirth, home, family, feeling like you've finally come to a place. Tens represent cycle completion or cycle achievement, coming full circle. So the Ten of Cups represents feeling like you're at that place where everything has finally come together again. You feel like everything is just great, especially where home and family is concerned. That's why it's called the Happy Home or the Happily Ever After white picket fence card. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the first 2 weeks of October is the King of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like this King of Wands, this fire sign individual, or somebody who manifests like a fire sign, is an actual separate individual from you, but that the focus is on for the first 2 weeks of October. This other King of Swords might be another individual that's relevant here somehow, but it might be your energy as well. Let's clarify. Clarify the King of Wands. For those of you for whom this might resonate as a relationship reading, it might be a third-party situation, needing to make a decision between two people. The Two of Pentacles, trying to decide between two different things, making a choice. The Four of Cups, an offer. An offer someone's not sure of taking, an offer someone's not sure of making. So this King of Wands is either, it looks like it's either this King of Wands is thinking about making you an offer and is undecided. They've made an offer, you're undecided. Clarify the Two of Swords. Judgment, a pivotal crossroads moment. Also represents making a decision, but a decision that could potentially be a life changer. I mean, to be judged means to be called to answer for yourself, your actions. Not what you wished for, intended, or hoped for, but what you actually choose and what you do. Sometimes called the second chance card, which means if you did something a certain way before, you might want to think about doing it a different way this time. If you and there's an air of finality, a permanency about judgment, meaning if you choose to keep things the way they have been, that's probably the way they're just always going to be. And if you choose to make a different choice, your life path will probably change in a significant way. The Five of Wands, conflict, arguments, going around and around about the same things over and over again. Internal conflict, external conflict. The Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away. This feels similar to your sister sign, Libra's reading. Not quite sure. Clarify the Page of Coins. Page of Cups, I mean. Clarify the Page of Cups. Either this King of Wands has made you an offer and you're not sure about taking it because you're thinking about leaving, or this King of Wands is being too indecisive or wishy-washy maybe for a long time now about making a decision and an offer, and you're thinking about leaving simply because you're quite frustrated with someone's reluctance or resistance to make a choice or move ahead, even though you may be afraid of making the decision yourself to leave or walk away. And it feels like you're not talking about it just yet. The King of Wands again. We're clarifying the Page of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Feeling discouraged, feeling like giving up, wondering if you should go on. The Two of Swords again. The Magician. This is frustration over not being able to manifest what you want. And what you want has something to do, it's like you want to move, feels like you want to move forward or the other person wants to move forward, but somebody isn't making the offer or making the right kind of offer. And because of that, somebody's thinking about leaving because it's just too difficult. They're wondering if it's actually worth continuing, which again is very similar to Libra's reading as well. Clarify the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Action, of Fire. The Tower, a final ending, an unexpected ending, an unexpected, potentially life-changing event. The Sun, death, wow. The Knight of Wands again, wow. Look at this. The Tower, the Sun, and death. And the Sun was in the middle. This is big, momentous changes coming very quickly. Opportunities for change coming very quickly. This is like death and the Sun and the Tower. This is like death and rebirth. This is like a major change and a major ending and a major transformation, like the cycle of life for rebirth. This always, this is going to represent major changes in your life coming in very, very quickly. Strength is with it. Let's clarify strength. This is probably having the strength to end the situation, which might be the thing that transforms it, or it just puts you on a completely different life path, because this is about death and rebirth, transformations, utter transformations. The Two of Cups. This is likely a love romance relationship for most of you, or it could be in another part of life, but it's going to have a significant change, life path difference in a soulmate or kindred spirit relationship. With the Seven of Pentacles, looking at what you've invested in something. Clarify the King of Swords. Yeah, this is thinking about ending a situation, which might be the thing that transformed the situation, but you can't make the decision based on that. This is like life changes. King of Swords. The Ace of Swords, the epiphany, the light bulb going off, seeing things for the reality and the clarity of what they are. The Ace of Swords can represent success, but it can be challenging. I sometimes look at it as the cold, hard truth card. The success comes from seeing something for the reality of actually what it is, a new idea, a new perspective, right? Now, if what it absolutely is, which you're seeing with clarity, is not what you want it to be, in that energy, you have the opportunity to make decisions and choices to create a different, a better, and a healthier reality for yourself. That's what the Ace of Swords is with the King of Swords. Now, for some of you, this King of Swords might be another person who's helping you see this, or it could be just you because it's you're the air sign here, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is you seeing something for the absolute in its truth, finally. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Jumps right out there. The Nine of Swords. Fear, stress, sleepless nights, fear of an unknown future. Temperance, the Star, balance, restoration of hope, faith, renewal. This feels challenging for many of you. It feels like looking at a relationship where perhaps you want the Ten of Cups, or the other person does. Home, family, marriage. Not having to worry so much about the future. And knowing that if you stay in this relationship, I mean, look at Judgment. If you stay in the relationship and continue to stay in it the way that it has been, that this is the way it's going to be. It's not going to change. In order for it to change, we've got the Tower, death, the Sun, rebirth and transformation has to occur. That means that castle has to come crumbling down in order for you to have the hope of that castle or that Ten of Cups in the future, whether or not it's this situation being completely transformed or a completely new situation, opening yourself up for the potential of that. Because, you know, the Tower, the Sun, and death is not modification of this situation or relationship. It's a complete transformation of it, which can sometimes happen, but it's uncommon, right? It's having the strength to realize that, okay, what I choose is on me, and whatever the outcome is, I'm responsible for that. I can't choose to say, okay, I'm just going to keep this the way it is, and then down the road go, why isn't it ever changing? Because you didn't initiate any changes either. It's challenging. I think most of us, if not all of us, have been through something similar. But if you make decisions to change, it's transforming here. All right, Gemini, let's pull any advice or guidance cards for Gemini. There you are again, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The Ace of Wands, new beginnings, the Spark, the Three of Swords, heartbreak, heartache, emotional pain, separation, breakup, the Hierophant, the Ten of Cups again. What you really want, or what the other person really wants, but for most of you it's what you want. The Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, this is like tradition, convention. This is like the traditional marriage, the traditional relationship. Especially, you know, following convention or whatever convention one of you might belong to. It looks like in order to have that, if that's what you truly want, and only you can make the decision about that, it's going to have to require some emotional pain. Again, this could mean breakup or a separation. But it's quite clear here that if things remain the way they are and you initiate no changes, that things will remain the way they are, which doesn't look like your Ten of Cups. But again, free will, free agency, right? It doesn't mean that you would have a horrible life if things remain the way they are. It just means that things will remain the way they are and they don't change unless you initiate change. And if you do that, make a decision that differs from the decisions you've made before in this situation, it's transforming. I mean, I don't know if I've ever pulled these, especially right next to each other, right in a row. Death, the Tower, the Sun. It's the cycle of life. It's death and rebirth. That's what it is. All right, I'll leave that there. That's very intense and profound. Okay, Gemini, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of October. I hope they were helpful or at least gave you some food for thought. Again, if any of this resonates with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that info by clicking on the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the October mid-month readings. Until then, take care. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.